Hi everyone, I'm Connie. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Do you want to save money? Has the COVID-19 quarantine affected your shopping habits a little bit? Well, by the end of this video, you are going to learn how to stop buying stuff, break your shopping habit, and save money. For tips on how to keep a positive mindset and listen to your intuition to have a simple and fulfilling life, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video on Thursdays and new guided meditation every Sunday. Check out this video to see how I became an accidental minimalist, and you can hear the whole story. So, let's break down the steps that you need to stop buying stuff, change your shopping habits, and start saving money. 1. Emotional shopping. Most of our spending habits come from triggers that we have emotionally. Since you've been quarantined or the stores have been closed and you haven't been able to shop, have you noticed any feelings that are coming up for you? Are you anxious? Are you bored? Do you feel overwhelmed and you're not sure why? Do you feel lost? These can all be potential reasons of why we shop, is to feel this sense of urgency or anxious or boredom in our life. Now, think back to a time when you purchased something and you were like, yay, and you got that little adrenaline rush. Maybe it was on sale, maybe it was cute shoes or whatever it was. Think about how it made you feel, not the reason why, but the actual feeling of that. Okay, you got it? All right, now try to think of another time in your life when you felt that same way, that same trigger emotion, whether it was excitement or adrenaline or joy or safety or security. What else can you do in your life that could attach that emotion outside of shopping? Share a comment below about how you were feeling when the stores started closing. Did you panic? Did you run out 5 times to get something that day just in case you couldn't go back the next day? What were the feelings that kind of came up for you when we started going into quarantine and stores started closing? 2, recognizing need versus want. In 2008, when money was really tight, I learned pretty quickly what I needed versus what I wanted. And I got into a pattern and a habit of asking myself, is this a need or is this a want, before I bought anything? These are great questions. Every time you pick up an item, before you get to the checkout, just ask yourself, is this item a need? Is it necessary? Or is it a want? If you're not sure, it's probably want. Set it down. You can always come back to it later. This is also true with online shopping. Are you shopping to just get something, or is it a need? You can always put it on hold or think about it for a few days or even a week and see if it's still a need. If you went into the next week and you're like, wow, I really need whatever, that grinder, whatever it is that you need for your house, then you can go ahead and buy it. But if the week has come and gone, you've already forgotten it, it was probably just a want. 3, impulse shopping. Have you ever walked into a store only needing a gallon of milk and then you walk out with like a gallon of milk, some potato chips, some new eyeliner, some chapstick, and a pair of socks? That's impulse shopping. The best way to prevent impulse shopping is to know what you need, going back to the last one, to buy. When you sit down to do your budget, which I know you all do a monthly budget, if not, check out Dave Ramsey down below. I'll leave a link. When you do your monthly budget, this is a time when you, and maybe your spouse too if you're married, can sit down and go, okay, what are the things that we need for the house, or what are the things that our kids need, or what are we budgeting for a vacation, or whatever it is. This is not impulse spending. This is planned spending. And when you plan to spend something, then it keeps you focused on what you need to get. Also, only keep the amount of money that you have given yourself to spend on these allotted items in an envelope. So if you have 40 bucks in there for a new pair of shoes, then you won't be tempted to spend your 40 bucks on something else because you know you've already set that money aside for your shoes that you needed and budgeted for. 4, find a new hobby. A lot of times we turn our shopping into an activity or a hobby. So we're like, hey, girlfriends, let's meet at the mall and go shopping. And then it turns into this activity that then becomes a hobby, that then becomes a habit because we're doing it so often. This is a perfect opportunity, now that you're reevaluating and kind of self-reflecting a little bit, on some other hobbies and interests that you have that could take the place of the shopping. 5, watch your money grow. Get motivated to save your money by watching it grow in your bank account every month. Instead of using that same amount of money and you spend it on something and then that money is just gone because you've spent it already, if you were to take, let's just say, $100, which is easily a new outfit or a cute pair of shoes, right? So if you were to just take $100 a month, just $100 a month, and invest it in a very conservative, let's say, index fund earning 8%, over the next 15 years, you would have $35,000. If you take that same $100 a month and invest it, in 25 years, you would have $95,000, almost $100,000 saved up just off of your $100 a month. So if you're having a hard time getting motivated to stop buying stuff that you don't need and start saving it instead, watch your money grow in your investments and your bank account, and that should keep you pretty focused on what you are trying to achieve. Curb your spending with a minimalist lifestyle. When you live intentionally with your energy, your time, and your money, it trickles to other areas of your life. Hop over to my website and read some blogs on how you can live intentionally to live a simpler and more fulfilling life. I'll put the link below. Share this video with someone you know is interested in minimalism and or saving money, and check out my other videos on minimalism and living intentionally. Also subscribe so that you can get updated videos every Thursday and Sunday.